Welcome back to Casuregni. It is still the 17th of Funzen, and this evening is coming to a close. We left off with the Red Wardens and their new friend Malleus at a bar, a high-class bar / restaurant in the Temple District of Iosan. They were enjoying the rowdy music, and evidently Steph is dying. Please don't. But they were enjoying drinks, and Hina and Malleus were trying to see who could outdrink the other.
No. That's not what happened.
What was
Hina
it?
said to Malleus that Nira could outdrink
Nira could
else.
outdrink everybody else. That's what it was. Thank you. I knew it had something to do with drinking. I knew Hina had said it. Just got a little bit wires crossed. Thank you for the correction. And everybody else, especially Zelia, is very interested to see how things unfold this evening with Hina and Malleus. And that is where we pick up our tale.
As two of them die IRL because I can't stop coughing.
Oh, no.
I have got to change this music because this is not tavern music. I have tavern music.
Water isn't doing anything. I suppose that'll have to do. Or not.
Please stop dying. It's not allowed.
I'm
No.
not trying to.
No dying on camera.
Turn off your camera.
Okay, stop. Just
That's
turn
what I
off
was
the camera.
gonna do. That's what I was going to do. My mouse is just on the wrong side of the other screen. So we had already gotten around, right? I don't remember exactly where we left off.
We left off with you guys sitting down at the tavern
Okay.
restaurant, so. There is a bard playing.
What are they playing? Dice?
For the sake... I'm going to hurt you, John.
Is it a little kobold playing?
It is not.
Dang it.
Man, this world sucks.
Not saying there isn't a little kobold playing somewhere. It's just not at this bar.
I propose that we go looking for bars that have kobolds playing.
Why?
No, I'm kidding.
I know. I'm
Steph!
trying, I am sorry. I'm trying! Ugh.
Also, for the record, I have ensured that my mic is actually being recorded this time.
Oh good, oh good.
I don't know if anybody watched last week's one, but my mic didn't record for like 80% of the session.
Oh, that.
Oh.
So everyone just awkwardly heard us talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was all of you guys being recorded, and the music from Foundry, and my lips were just moving. Nothing was actually being recorded there.
Man, of all the people to not be recorded, it's the worst when it's the
I know. It sucked so hard. I almost cried. Steph has text for when I figured it out.
Yep.
So, I double checked. My mic is being recorded this week.
Dang.
Seriously, though, we should say in the group chat that y'all traded Celebrant to a night hag for something. Since he's trying to figure it out so bad, he won't be back till next week.
Gosh, that's terrible. In the best way. Oh my god.
We traded him to a night hag so that Nira could be a blonde again. We could have bought hair dye, but like
That's hilarious.
What? She wouldn't give that up. What?
No, we're saying that specifically because we're trying to confuse Jason.
Go
That
ahead and say it then.
I just think the traded him to a night hag would be enough. Like, don't even say
We
what you traded him
to a night
for.
hag. For what? Blonde hair.
For Drago to have blonde hair. Look, these luscious locks.
It's so
or-
mean, but it's so
no,
funny.
He traded for specifically Celebrant's hair. Since Drago with Celebrant's curly blonde hair.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Now let me see. Now I gotta like imagine this in my head and doodle it quick so everyone can enjoy how amazing this will be. Let's see. Okay, we got circle. That's like the head. Okay.
We said we were paying for Malleus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. As I say, that's what I.
Because he
thought
said,
was
I
that.
can't afford that place, so.
And we're like, we got you. Since it hasn't happened yet, and my voice is still going somewhere, I'm gonna order the first round.
Okay. You order the first round, and you have these large, tall mead glasses brought to your table, full of honey wine.
Also, the bet that like Nero could outdrink everybody else, only Hina and Malleus know about it. So like for everyone else this is normal, but she will just keep ordering them drinks until someone goes.
When someone drops, then she'll stop ordering.
Which, you know, Nira is exhausted and hasn't eaten all day, so this
She
is
might
gonna
be the
fun.
first one. Alright, so
Yep,
you
but
have
nope,
these
he's
large, tall glasses of
convinced.
honey wine put down on the table for you guys. Does anyone order any food, or is it just drinks?
I am starving, I'm eating.
Okay. So, did
Celia
you
will
want...
get some kind of appetizer at least?
Okay, they do have appetizers here. So for the appetizers, you basically are brought out a giant salad for the table. It's family style. Oh, did we get the drawing? Wait, it's loading for me. Hold on.
That is real special.
There we go.
That's really something.
Oh, that's
what we
amazing.
traded him to a night hag for.
Amazing. I love it.
I love the squiggle lines from the curly hair. Like you put no effort into squiggles.
Yes.
He was going for speed, not realism.
And comedy.
This is
Looks
true.
more comical when it's.
It's
This
true,
is true.
it's true.
So for the appetizers, you basically got pot stickers and a big family-style salad. For the entrees, you have the option of a red meat dish, a white meat dish, a fish entree, or a soup.
I wish for fish.
I think
My
Nero
wish,
would go
wish
with fish.
Nero would want fish?
Go with fish.
Gotcha. Is anyone else ordering food?
Hina would probably stick with appetizers because we had a massive lunch.
Okay. My gosh, as I throw my phone by accident. Trying to untangle the charging cable and I almost throw it. Okay. But literally, is anyone else ordering food besides Nira?
I'll order
Appetizers.
food.
You'll order
But not
food.
food.
Drago's
Yep.
like, I'm hungry again, even though I ate the entire menu at the other place.
What does Drago get?
All the meat.
All the meat. So just the red meat, the white meat too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the dark meat. I'm not racist.
Okay. Drago's just given a whole frickin' rotisserie chicken. And a steak.
Nice.
Celebrated anything? He only had snacks earlier.
Yeah, Sullivan will order. He'll get the soup. So, and Malleus will also order food since it's not on his dime. So, he gets a steak.
Dang.
He's not paying, he doesn't care. And he's also very much enjoying his honey wine.
Is anyone else drinking it at this point?
I mean, Drago would be drinking.
Yeah, I feel
Celebrum would
like-
also be sipping at his. He's not chugging it by any means, but
Yeah, Zelia would be drinking hers.
Nira's starting slow. She hasn't eaten at all today.
at the end of her glass, I will need a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
because of the exhaustion and the fact she hasn't eaten.
This game hates me. Are you serious?
So basically, one glass in, and she's feeling it. She's not gone, but she's buzzed.
Need to eat something.
There's salad and pot stickers already on the table.
That's true. Yeah, she's just going to eat it like it's her meal. She's just not going to stop unless someone tells her to. You know, when you order an appetizer, you just keep eating it, or like when there's bread on the table.
Just
and you're hungry.
mindlessly.
Yep.
Sullivan's just gonna kind of lean over, touch her arm, and save some for the rest of us.
Meanwhile, Drago eating the other appetizer bowl.
Dang.
I might be wrong. Maybe she's gonna out-eat them.
I'll still take that bet.
You're on.
Sullivan just kind of leans back. So, do we think Beck is gonna make it here from the library before we have to leave?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, is his eyesight even okay? Like, he might need medical attention before he can come here.
Oh, that's true. He was staring at the sun.
Guess we'll find
Yeah.
out.
And besides, I'm hoping to be out early enough in the morning that even if he does show up tomorrow,
You don't want to see him, huh?
no, not really.
Guess that's fair.
Did you?
Only because we've been traveling with him for so long, it just kind of feels weird to leave without saying goodbye.
You do remember him hitting you over nothing, right?
Yeah. I remember also getting punched in the face and thrown in the ocean. But
Excuse me, what?
that happened before we met you. A while before we met you, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
And you still travel with him?
He's useful.
I'm also here.
Yeah, that's true. I stay for her, but the reason he's kept her at is because he's proven pretty useful.
Lovely.
He's gonna get back, and nobody that he started this journey with is gonna be there.
That's true.
That's gonna be strange.
Good luck to the rest of you.
Thanks.
I didn't mean it like... I didn't mean it like that.
No. I understand.
But yeah, I mean, he's pretty good in a fight.
Pretty good meat shield.
That's not what I meant, but you know, I'm not gonna argue with you either.
You do realize, like, the only fight she's seen him in was the fight where he died.
Oh, that's a good point. She hasn't seen him fight anywhere else. He is useful for more than just dying.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, actually, he's saved my life a couple times. I've also saved his. Like, remember that Legiana up on the cliff?
Yep. All too well.
Now Lisa's sitting there.
I thought the things that we did were crazy, but okay.
You all do realize you sound insane, right?
You do realize that I feel insane, right?
As long as you're aware.
I mean, I thought they were saying when I met them when they were going to Mukatar Island, but that's besides the point.
Anyone going to Mukatar Island is definitely a little bit insane.
That would be all of us here then. Except for that one, pointing to Drago.
How is the giant scaly one the sanest person here?
He wasn't with us at the time?
I happen to consider myself a calm and reasonable person.
See, he's the
I
wrong one.
believe that. And that terrifies me about the rest of them.
I am perfectly reasonable, thank you very much.
You know where I stand.
You're paying for my food, I'm not going to comment.
So, Celebrin or Nira, both of you, your dad didn't say anything about going to Mukatara, did he?
No.
No.
Not this round. I think he has to head back to Lord Tyrol. We're just taking the scenic route.
Yeah. I did tell him about what your father said. I think he's just a little bit overwhelmed by what you told him.
Which, I mean, fair. It's certainly a lot.
No, I get it. I'm sure none of you would have believed my story either.
If
But-
we hadn't seen it?
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. If you had told me you were related to a god before we met, a minor god, I would have labeled you a heretic. Which is rich coming from me, but still.
Yeah. People don't take well to the truth nowadays, it seems.
Well, the truth is batshit insane.
Maybe. You know, Celebrin, when you go, we lose our quick contact with people.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I commented about that the other week.
It's true.
Just a quick above the table mention. It's the same day.
This is true.
I forgot. I made this wrong
When you
comment.
said
I
the other week, I was
mentioned.
Like, was this? It was
It was-
actually earlier today. You made this comment.
yes.
It's a really long
Look,
day.
It's all blended
We have
together.
we have now
That's
spent
cool.
3 weeks on the same day.
Granted, it's an important day for some of us, but like,
True. Just I wanted to quick point that out.
it's been a long day. Then again, we've been traveling nonstop, and then we've been here, so we've been up pretty much the whole time anyway. So yeah, long day.
Mally's just like
Weird to think we met just this morning.
and now I'm having dinner with you.
Yeah. And I would say my eclectic group of friends, but none of us are normal here.
I think eclectic is a very good descriptor.
Oh, but it's not my eclectic group. I'm part of the eclectic,
Ah. Fair.
as you've been hearing.
Yes. So, after you get the incense from me, what's the plan? I'm assuming that's the only reason you're still in Eosan.
Partially, we're waiting for that friend we mentioned to come back.
Okay.
Head southwest.
Towards.
Well, probably stop in Cherepton first. But, we won't stop there long. And then we'll continue heading southwest.
Alright. Into the Cosnellwood?
Yep.
Any particular reason?
There's something there we need.
Alright then. Anyone crazy enough to go to Mukatara and survive can probably handle the Cosnellwood.
See, I think the same thing.
After all, what's one more crazy adventure?
I'll be looking forward to potentially hearing about this adventure. From the safety of my shop.
What, not the adventuring type?
I have responsibilities that don't lend themselves well to the life of an adventurer.
But if you could, would you?
Maybe eventually.
Okay. I was just curious.
I'm not a place in my life right now where I could do that. But eventually I'd like to get out of Eosan.
Where would you go?
Don't know. I've lived here my whole life though. So kind of would like to explore, see other places. But traveling is expensive. And I don't have that kind of funding. Not without my shop, which I can't leave unattended.
You know, traveling's pretty cheap if you're good at hiding.
I'm not the underhanded type. I'm not good at it.
How unfortunate.
Hear that? He called me underhanded.
If you're doing things legally, you don't need to hide.
When you got places to be and no money to spend, well...
You stay put.
That's
Where's the
not
fun
fair.
in that?
You think I got here by staying put?
No, but I also don't believe you did things legally. So. Underhanded.
Smart man.
I am an alchemist.
Being good at one's job doesn't equate to one's intelligence.
No, but intelligence is required for alchemy.
You've been quiet, Drago. How's it going?
Drago's
Drago
inhaling
with
a
the
plate of pot stickers.
Inhaling food. Yeah. Just inhaling his food.
Don't take all of it. Share.
He's eaten like half the family size salad by himself.
Steals a pot sticker.
Sorry, I got carried away, I suppose.
It's okay.
If no one else is eating them, why shouldn't you?
Carried away, I suppose. You've eaten almost all of the food.
With how much you ate at lunch, though, I'm surprised.
I eat a lot.
That's a lot, a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Drago's like, you guys don't understand how often I go hungry when we're traveling.
Like, the thought of looking at food almost disgusts me right now. And I had nowhere near the amount you did.
Where did you guys eat earlier?
What was it called? It was Celia, do you remember?
No.
The name is escaping me right now.
It was some fashion of an eatery, but that's about all I know.
Which district were you in?
Wait,
Temple?
what is the name of the district? No, it wasn't the Temple District. It was
No,
the
lower district.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, what? I don't remember.
The Cauldron district, the Celeste Marketplace.
It wasn't the. Oh, was it the Celeste Marketplace? No, I don't.
What
remember.
other shops were there?
I don't remember. To be completely honest with you, it's been a really long day. Want to give me the list? I could pick it out of a list, but I can't think of like the name off.
You
top
went
of
to
my
the Plum and Honey. It's in
head.
the
I knew it had
Celeste
plum in it. I knew it had a plum in it. Dang it!
It's in the Celeste Marketplace. You had also visited the seamstress and the perfume and
That's
soap
right, okay.
shop.
I don't remember now. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, they have good food there.
Drago had one of everything off the menu
Yes,
for
they are.
lunch today.
One of everything. Like everything?
For lunch today. and
Everything.
Yes, and he's still eating.
You really do eat a lot.
Enjoyable.
The barmaid comes over. She's like, "Is anyone interested in another round?"
Of what?
Yes.
Might as well.
Yes, we are.
Another round coming up.
Thank you.
I'll have Drago. Of what?
Fair question.
The mead.
You know, if you come here in the fall instead of the winter, they have a blueberry honey wine that I have heard is amazing.
Sorry, I got a text. A blueberry what? Sorry.
Blueberry honey wine. So a
Honey wine.
blueberry mead.
Yeah. Huh. That's
I've-
interesting.
Heard it's amazing.
I've only been here in the summer and the winter, though.
I live here, and this is my first time here. So.
No, I'm gonna do it. Some people are just too poor.
Yes, you are correct.
Sorry, that's my mom.
You're good.
Okay. Well, with our large incense purchase, you'll have some funds.
That will go right back into maintaining and managing my shop. Some of those potions I make require rare ingredients that are rather expensive.
Fair enough.
So as the night drones on, you make idle chatter. You enjoy the music and the atmosphere of the restaurant. You eat your body weight in food until you feel sick. And I'm going to need everyone to make a constitution saving throw for the amount of mead that has been drunk.
Why?
Whatever will I do? It's a
What's the point of having a high modifier if I just keep rolling 4 and 5? This is so stupid. Yeah, and he rolls a nat 20, because of course he does.
He's also
I mean-
8 foot tall.
I
Shit,
know!
yeah.
I know!
Well, that sounds about right. I rolled a 4 for Celebrin, so.
And his mod is not that high, if I'm correct.
His
His mod is
mod's pretty
high.
good.
Yes, is a 3. He's not proficient, though.
Nope. So it's just a 7 total for him.
At least I beat him.
Yeah, that's okay. Malleus rolled a nat 18, so.
Oh, wait, I'm 2 characters, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Forgot. Forgot about that. That's funny. I'm not. Nope. I don't accept this. I'm rolling her IRL dice.
Okay.
What is this? 3. Come on. Foundry hates me, and we know it. That's better, at least. That's a 10 plus 3 is 13. I'll take a 13 over
Okay.
whatever that was.
So. Nira. Plastered. But still up. Zelia and Hina are both buzzed. Celebrin is plastered and on the verge of unconsciousness. Drago's fine. And Malleus
Drago's
is
like,
buzzed.
Another!
Malleus is also doing pretty good. He's warm, but that's about it.
My dad's gonna be pissed.
Do you order another round?
Yes.
Okay, another round of Constitution saving throws for everybody.
If this rolls bad, I'm never rolling in Foundry ever again. I'm never rolling in Foundry ever again. Why did I roll it 2? This is so stupid.
Wow. It's getting to Drago now.
Well, that's an 18 for Hina. I don't know if you're gonna let me not roll Nira's in Foundry, but whatever.
Go for it.
Alright. Nope, that's still bad. That's a 10.
Alright. Sullivan rolled a 10, naturally. It's a 13 total for him. And I got a nat 20 for Malleus.
10 is Nero's total, by the way. It was 4. 4 plus 6.
Nice.
I can.
And Malleus got a nat 20. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Drago is buzzed. Zelia's plastered. Like dancing on a table plastered. Nira. Actually, I'll do Nira last. Malleus is still buzzed. Hina is considerably drunk. Not
I got an 18 though.
Oh no, that's right. So you stay buzzed. You passed, so you don't get any worse.
Yeah.
However, Nira and Celebrin both.
For the record, she hadn't eaten today, so on a good day, she would have won.
Still won the bet.
Yeah. We didn't actually bet for anything though, so.
I still won.
Okay. And what did you win? Absolutely nothing.
Bragging rights. I beat the child of a god.
You know, bragging rights don't mean anything when I leave.
I still have it for when you return.
If I return.
So, it is now very, very late. More like early morning.
Taverin's gonna be pissed at me.
Who's Tavarian?
Her dad?
Probably.
And the champion of the Ice Father, so like,
Oh, good luck.
I might be in giant trouble. Can you help me?
How? What do you
Carry
expect
them
me to do?
back to the temple?
Oh.
Or carry one of them. I'll even let you pick. Which one do you want to carry?
Which one's lighter?
Probably her. She's like 100 pounds.
I'll carry her then.
So, we'll carry Celebrin then.
Who's picking up the tab for this?
Not Drago.
Not Drago. Not Malleus.
We'll get it.
Okay. You owe this place, which is... Come back. The nectar. A whopping 18 gold.
I'll drop a Celestium for a tip.
Alright.
And then take it from the friggin' party inventory.
Okay. You drank your body weight in honey mead. Honey wine, and ate a considerable amount of food.
That feels like a scam.
This is the nicest restaurant in all of Iosan.
Still feels like a scam.
I mean, how many plates of pot stickers did Drago eat alone?
Fair enough.
And the salad.
Maybe.
And the entrees. And the honey
maybe I'm-
wine.
Maybe I'm just a spoiled rich kid who never had to pay for anything in my life.
Quite possible.
And now
Alright.
I'm dragging drunken, passed out teenager.
You get the beanpole, I'll get the girl.
Yes.
So, Zelia, Drago, you two are conscious. Drago's buzzed, but otherwise he's fine. Zelia, you are. What kind of a drunk is Zelia? Is she a party drunk, a sad drunk, a happy drunk, a giggle drunk? What kind of drunk is Zelia? Is she an angry drunk?
I feel like she'd be either a sad or an angry drunk
Or
because
spill your guts kind of drunk.
Loose drunk. Okay,
Might
but
be a
which kind of
horrible trait to
drunk
have.
is she? Because she is drunk currently.
I feel like she'd be. So let's have her go with it being a sad drunk.
Okay. So is she boo-hooing?
I feel like it depends on what she drinks.
Well, she drank
Ye-
honey wine, so.
Yeah.
So you see them pick up Nira and Celebrin.
Just like starts crying out of nowhere.
I'm surprised they didn't ask me to carry anyone.
You can carry me. Just like stifling.
I suppose I could. Though it seems unnecessary, you can walk.
I don't know. I feel very unstable.
No, we can't.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out at any moment.
Dear.
It's like tears streaking down her face. I'm like laughing too much, like to actually really voice it, but
I will not be speaking of this to anyone.
So you guys get back to the Temple of the Ice Father. And you think you're in the clear, Hina. You don't see Tavarian.
What?
You get back to the Temple of the Ice Father and you think you're in the clear because you don't see Tavarian. And then you round the corner to the hallway where the dorms are, and he is standing there, arms crossed. And he looks upset first, and then he takes in the scene in front of him, with Drago carrying a weeping Zelia. You having Celebrin, I'm assuming firefighter carry, draped
That's
over your
exactly what I was-
shoulder. And then
Exactly
his
how I was
daughter,
picturing.
bridal style, in the arms of a man he does not know.
I can explain. So we took your daughter to go get food, and then drinking was involved, and she was not equipped to handle it like she thought she was. Don't worry, he's a friend.
Does the friend have a name?
Malleus. Malleus. Tavarian. Champion of the Ice Father and, father of the one you're holding right now.
Nice to meet you, sir. And Severe. Give me my daughter. Now. He's a sure thing. Here you go. Passes Nira over to high or low.
Oh god. Low. That was my gut. No, it wasn't
18.
low, was it? Oh, okay. Whew.
He doesn't drop you and passing you to Tavarian.
That's good.
And Tavarian's like starts muttering in low T.
In my drunkenness, do I understand?
You might, but you wouldn't be able to comprehend. Like, you know the words, but you can't translate.
Unless you just said
No,
words.
it was
out
more so
loud.
like a thing of like, can she understand enough to be like, oh, that's a good word, or just start like laughing or crying depending on what he said.
Yes, give her that.
But like that kind of thing.
He is
It's a
muttering.
language she knows.
He is just basically muttering about men putting their hands on his daughter. And how much he would very much like to break the hands of the boy that he just took Nira from.
Just starts abruptly crying, just like streams down her face and everything. Just like, no!
Get that one to bed before she wake up whole temple.
Yeah.
Noisy.
I'm going find a spot for this one.
And, big boy, we prepared room that can fit you.
Drago, that's you!
Sorry, I didn't realize I'd muted myself because I said thank you. I was
Oh.
like,
Oh.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
He walks off with Nira. Does he do anything to help a celebrant?
No.
Just takes his daughter and goes.
That could have gone worse.
I don't think he likes me.
Don't worry, he doesn't seem to like a lot of people. It's not a you thing specifically.
That's alright. I don't need him to like me.
It's
He's
true.
not my client. Brenna is.
That's also true. And as far as I know, he only has one child, so well, you have to deal with that.
I hadn't even thought about that, but that's true. I should get home.
Yeah, you should.
See you in a couple days, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for
I
coming.
guess technically at this point I'll see you tomorrow.
In a strange sort of way, yes. Good night.
Good night.
Celebrant, you'd be so much easier to carry if you were shorter.
He's so long and gangly.
I will find a room to just drop him in. On the bed. I'll be nice.
So sorry about that. So the rest of you go to bed.
How does the drunkenness mix with her level of exhaustion on a long rest?
It won't affect. You'll still get your long rest and the level of exhaustion will go away. You'll just wake up late, basically.
Oh, okay, great.
So she sleeps in.
Yeah.
And after
Which
the
is great.
last few
You
days
wanna
that she's
leave bright
had,
and early.
I'll say it's at least. Thank you for doing that first, Celebrant. I'll say it's at least 11 o'clock before Nira gets up. she sleeps in.
It's a good thing that I didn't have anywhere to be.
Tavarian is also unhappy about the fact that she's sleeping late.
Could just wake her up.
You do not get to talk to me. This is your fault.
I'm saying you could. How is it my fault?
You took her drinking,
I did not take her drinking. I took her to get food.
and you let her drink.
Okay. Since when was I her caretaker? I'm her friend. And a weirdly great aunt.
You mean to tell me that you could not have stopped her from ordering more drink?
It's not my place. In all technicality.
You really like those technicalities when they work in your favor, don't you?
Doesn't everybody?
This is your fault.
Okay. Whatever you say. Son.
Don't. Do not.
Yeah, I will.
I will not respond.
Okay. Your choice.
Out of character. You just did.
Kiddo.
His face just like twitches and he just doesn't respond.
Found your button.
She going to sleep all day? We have
Wake
to
her
go.
Wake her up then.
Where is Celebrant is not up either.
You can wake him up too.
He immediately just rushes off.
Told ya. Boy.
He comes back a little while later with both Celebrin and Nira. A very groggy Nira, but she is awake.
Are the rest of us up?
Oh yes, you've been up for several hours.
Didn't want to assume. Note to self. Don't take a round every time somebody offers you one.
And Varen offers. How interesting. As he looks right at Hina. Your fault.
Your daughter didn't say no.
My daughter is child.
Your daughter's old enough to drink and is old enough to make her own decisions.
Your fault.
Whatever you say, boy.
Would you?
Personally, I think we should do this again. More often.
Like, go out and get food like that?
Yes. Much more fun than boringly eating rations.
That's true. You get to eat more, too.
True.
You're gonna drain my wallet.
We just need to find work then.
No work is going to pay for the amount of food you ate yesterday.
I'm sure we can think of some.
Heck, the one chairperson or whatever secretary thing for Dragon Drop Hunters makes a gold a day, and that's on the on the high end of payment. That would be more than 2 weeks' work for the meal that we had yesterday. You do realize this, right?
Then maybe not every night.
Right.
How about every other night?
As long as you can start chipping in for your portion.
I suppose that's fair.
Drago's like, ugh, if I must. Anyway, we should go get things. We need to get on the road since we are late. Burn daylight.
Don't worry. You can still move when it's dark.
Good. If you can drink in dark, you can walk in dark.
He's mean.
Come on. Say goodbye to your friends. I will go get horse.
That's what I was gonna do.
Tavarian walks out.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be recovering from a hangover when I said bye. But, you know, old habits die hard, right?
Just try to keep in touch when you guys can.
Sure. I have the... I don't even know what to call you.
What do you mean you don't know what to call me?
No, I meant... You could talk to anybody.
Oh, the spell
Like
is called
resident-
sending.
Plus, you
No.
gave me the sending stone.
That's true. Sending isn't really touchy enough.
That's what the spell is called.
Resident sender. Sure, we'll call him that. We'll keep in touch. And, even when Beck gets back, Hina, stay in charge, please. We don't need it to be based on who was here longest.
You could technically still do Hina. She's the oldest.
She's the oldest, and because Beck's not here, has been here the longest. Which is really sad when you think about it, because it wasn't that long ago. It's like, what, a month ago? Something like that. Crazy. Well. Do you think he's gonna come back, or do you think we have to go find him?
Ayo said that he would bring him to us.
I meant my dad.
Oh. That's a good question.
He can come back and get us. We're already late.
Well, it's been nice getting to know everybody. Drago, you're still really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just gonna be weird for me. But we'll stay in touch. I can use my magic like 3 or 4 times a day, so we can always stay in touch.
Anyway, Drago, it's been real. You're a real nice dude, which is kind of surprising. Zelia, stay out of trouble.
I can't make any promises there, and you know that.
I do. Hina, trust you with these people.
Crazies.
I was gonna say idiots, but that felt wrong.
Crazies is more appropriate.
I would agree Crazy's is more appropriate. Don't worry. It'll be fine. You'll have a group to come back to. If I have anything
If
to say about it.
we convince Tavarian to go see your dad, we'll send you a message while we're on Mukatara.
I'd like that.
If we can
And
convince him.
If you can get him to go, tell my dad I said hi.
Will do. Tavarian, come.
Gotta go. See ya.
And with that, the two hook arms and walk out of the temple together. And the rest of you are left to your own devices.
That's always a wise thing.
I get to close their character sheets to cry.
You got this.
I only have one to manage.
It is a weird feeling.
Well,
I've also
we're here
updated the
for-
party token to match the current party.
So we got another whole day to kill before we can get the rest of the incense, and we're still waiting for Beck.
I was considering heading to one of the other districts, but I don't really know. Honestly, the only person who probably would have joined me going was Nira, but
Oh, right. You wanted to do things. I won't go with you, but I won't stop you either.
let's face it, some of the stuff there could be useful for where we're going.
Perhaps it could be, but
I won't drag you into it, but I mean, the offer is there if anyone wanted to join me.
Drago still has the opportunity if he'd like to.
Where are you going?
To the, I kind of like look around to see who's like nearby, shadier part of town. Did some things that aren't exactly considered legal.
They go buy cocaine.
Oh, well then, why didn't you say so from the beginning?
Wait, what did he say?
Oh, well, why did you say that in the beginning?
Are you sure you want to be taking Drago with you? He kind of stands out like a beacon.
I mean, I wasn't gonna stop him, but I suppose you have a point there.
I mean, unless you're trying to go hiding in plain sight, you wouldn't be hiding if you were bringing an 8-foot-tall dragonborn with you. But what do I know? I don't do this kind of stuff. Too many eyes on me, or at least that's what I'm used to. Go do what you gotta do.
Alright, well, I'm going to head there, whether I'm by myself or not.
Jago, are you going with or are you staying behind?
I could go with.
Okay. So while they're gonna go do that, what is Hina going to do? All by her lonesome.
Good question. Do you have the list of places again?
I do have a list of places. Just give me 1 second so I can open it.
Yep.
And just as a reminder, Iosan is set up kind of like a target where the temple district is in the center, and then the others kind of wrap around it.
Oh my god, I love Target.
Tajay, as the cool kids call it.
We already had gathered everything. for travel, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more I need to do in that regard.
So unless you
Still
wanted to
wander
visit,
through the temples.
I'll say unless you want to go to the temples.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ooh,
What is this?
Zelia.
Trying to get it open. Oh, nice.
Yeah, just been slowly working on it. It's gonna be hard getting her horns to stand out from her hair because both are black.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to make the horns red.
Or do
like
a very
Different shade of black.
yeah, different shade of black, very intense
What you
lighting.
do? I was gonna say, put a layer of red over the black.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a transparent layer
That's a good.
as the
That would be-
highlighting color.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yes, people, we're the nerds who draw while we play D&D.
So, while they are walking, the temples are much closer to where you are currently. So, which temple do you go to first?
Probably the Sky Queen.
Fair enough. That's the center one. It's right there.
Cool.
So, it takes you maybe 5 minutes to walk there. And then, bang! Big old temple to the Sky Queen.
Who's nearby?
No one of note. Just so there's some Shroud Guardians, some random worshippers that are heading in, a couple clerics.
I'm just gonna walk around and pay a lot of attention to the architecture, considering. Well,
It's
there's
very
no one really to talk to.
there's very different architecture than the temples that you're used to, Hina. The last time you were in this temple, which is when you guys were dealing with the stuff with Beck, you had noticed it, but you hadn't had time to really pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
That everything, it almost feels older and colder, very distant. More of a shrine to someone rather than a place where you connect with someone. Which is very different from the feels of the temples that you remember, and even from the Temple of the Ice Father, where even though that entryway is set up for a purpose, the worship area really did seem like the people who would go there expected to hear from their god. Whereas here, it seems like you come in, you pay your dues, you leave.
That's strange. I don't feel any closer than I did outside.
There are a few clerics attending the altars.
I'll approach them.
One looks up and
Hi. I was walking through and I noticed I had a couple questions.
of course, how
About-
can we be of service?
What do you primarily do here exactly?
My position is to tend to the altars, keep the hearth burning, and help anyone who needs assistance. Guide prayers as needed.
What do you mean by that?
Mostly for children who don't understand how to pray yet.
Oh, you mean lead them in a prayer? Okay,
Mhm.
not try to direct it to
No.
the Sky Queen.
No, that would be the High Priestess's job. If anyone.
People can't just reach her on their own?
Oh, I'm sure they can. I'm saying if that were needed, it'd be far above my position.
How many people do you see here a day, you think?
Hundreds? Maybe more. We got a lot of people who come through this temple. It is the primary temple to the goddess in the world. It's not uncommon for most people to try and make their way here at least once in their life.
And why does it almost feel detached?
Come again?
Sorry, I didn't mean to ask that question out loud. Never mind.
Did you need something?
Nah, I just had questions. I don't need anything specific.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, you can ask any of the attendants here for assistance if you need it.
Okay. How old would this building be, like, from the look of it?
It's old.
Would I guess?
It's real old.
Like ancient old or just old old?
Old. Not from her time.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Younger than Hina, but old compared to other buildings you've seen. The windows are full of stained glass. Beautiful stained glass. With varying depictions of the Sky Queen. Some are far more stylized than the others. But one thing you do notice, Hina... Actually, roll perception. Let's see if she picks up on this.
16.
It takes you a while to notice it, but you start to realize as you're looking at all of these different imageries, she's not wearing her mask in any of them. All of the gods wore masks when you knew them. And she's not depicted as wearing hers.
Is there an attendant nearby that doesn't look busy?
Yeah. There's one that almost seems to be trying to hide a little bit, like he's trying to shirk off his duties.
Hey, you want to look like you're working?
Sure.
I have a question for you.
I'll try to answer.
Why is the Sky Queen not wearing her mask in any single one of these stained glass?
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? The gods all wear a mask. Where's hers?
I don't know. I didn't know the gods wore masks.
Have you been to any other temple?
Mm-mm. No, in fact, this is my first day on assignment.
How old are you?
16.
Oh. Well, do you want to go do me a favor and get somebody who might know?
Sure. He
Thanks.
just kind of scrambles.
I'm the one kid who hasn't worked a day in his life.
A kindly looking older woman approaches. She is a human. Her hair is done up in like salt and pepper bun. Yes, darling. It's my understanding you have a question regarding the stained glass.
I do. In none of these depictions is the Sky Queen wearing her mask. Why?
Oh, the Sky Queen does not wear a mask, unlike the other deities.
Yes, she does.
Not to my knowledge. I've never seen a depiction of her wearing a mask.
But they all have masks.
Wait here, I'm going to see if Lady Tasha is available. She would know best.
Thank you.
A moment later, a Shroud Guardian approaches you. The High Priestess is asking for you.
Thank you.
He leads you into the room where Tasha is, and there's the same elderly attendant. She's like, thank you, both of you. The other two leave. You have questions about the Sky Queen's mask?
Yes.
How did you know the Sky Queen wore a mask? Not many people know that.
You're gonna call me crazy if I tell you.
Possibly. Try me.
I know her personally. I could get crazier if you wanted.
Go for it.
I'm her granddaughter.
You're a child of the Guardian.
I am. His youngest.
I was under the impression all of his children were dead.
Well, up until recently, he thought they were all dead.
You travel with a dragon boy.
I do.
Your group is troublesome. Well, that explains how you know. That leads us to a host of other problems.
Such as?
You're privy to information that must be kept silent.
Are you threatening me?
Not at all.
Can I roll insight?
Go for it.
A hella weird. 17.
She doesn't see it as a threat.
Well, clearly, it's not a threat at all.
What's so dangerous?
Knowledge of the time before is closely guarded. That information would shake the very foundations of society if released.
If they even believe me.
There's enough that would. Enough that it's dangerous. The gods want it kept secret. That means we have to keep you a secret.
What are you attempting to propose then?
I will lend you my communion room. You can commune with your grandmother in exchange for your silence about the pre-dawning time. Agree to not speak of it to anyone. pretend it never even existed. This is part of her will, after all. Your choice.
You know, you never did answer my question.
Wouldn't it be better to hear from her?
You make a fair point. Fine. It's not like anyone would believe me anyway.
I'm glad we've come to this agreement. And she extends her hand to you.
I don't like that.
As she shakes, gold bonds wrap around both of your hands and almost sear into your flesh for a moment. Follow me. As she lets go, the bonds kind of vanish. She leads you back to a room with a crystal clear pool in it, and there's plants all around. It's very, very relaxing atmosphere. And this room has a glass ceiling, so you can see the sky perfectly reflected in the pool. I know exactly what you're thinking of. It's not raining, I promise.
I'm glad you were on the same page.
As soon as I said it, I knew where your mind went.
Oh god. Okay.
Enter the pool. Sink beneath the surface while staring at the sky.
I'll do as she says.
Do you take off your armor or do you go in just as you are?
How deep is it?
You can't tell from where you are. She said to sink
my
beneath the
grandmother.
surface.
It's my grandmother, just as I am. I'll be fine.
Okay. Not worried about rust. Got it.
Nope.
So you get in the pool, and you realize that the bottom is way far down. Like, as soon as you step off, you sink. Like an anchor. And you are plummeting far and fast. How are you reacting to this as you step off and plunge?
I am trying to maintain my composure.
Where are you looking?
Up.
You do realize that you can feel yourself sinking, and the air is like trying desperately to leave your lungs. You can feel the pressure as you go deeper and deeper, but you don't, to your vision, your depth perception has to be messed up because you don't look like you're getting any farther. In fact, you look like you're getting closer to the surface. And then you break the surface. And you are no longer in the room where you were before. And as far as you can see is glassy, perfectly still water that reflects the sky above. It's not raining, I promise.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
If you've seen Demon Slayer, it's like when they're in Tanjiro's soul.
So a salt flat.
Basically, yeah.
If you've ever seen salt flat.
That
Pretty
means
much what it's
nothing
like.
to me on either account, so it's fine.
Sorry, I was trying to find a reference.
It's okay.
And as you turn around, you see the goddess. Red hair, light-colored armor, and large, golden, glowing wings.
Is she looking at me? Like, what is she
Her
doing?
back is to you at the moment.
It's a shame none of us picked up your looks.
She just kind of turns and... Hina.
What?
Hina.
Like,
It's been a long time.
it has.
And as she turns, she is not wearing a mask. She does have some cuts that you can see, scars across her face.
So they weren't wrong. But they are wrong. What happened?
Are you referring to my mask?
Yes.
It was destroyed during the destruction of Solaz. You never got to see me without it.
No. Seems like a lot of things were lost that day.
Indeed. So much has changed, and yet nothing has changed. Humanity is as it always has been, and always will be. Try as we might to change them. You look sad. Why?
I don't know if I know how to say it. Though I have to ask, why that priestess?
She wasn't always this way. Lately, she's been far from me. She doesn't listen very well anymore.
Why is that?
I have suspicions, but no proof.
Can I do something? I mean, she kind of just erased my entire existence up until a couple months ago. Can't speak of it to anyone.
Except for those that you've already spoken to. There's always loopholes to these sorts of things. That's what got me into trouble.
So you're saying anyone I've told can know?
You can't unshare knowledge. I'm sure Volta would love to remind you of that.
Right. Missed so much.
You did. But you were also spared an awful lot.
Just given a different burden to carry.
Indeed. But we all have our burdens we must carry,
I
no
know.
matter what ages we live through.
There's something to be said, though, about not having to anyone carry it with you.
Do you not?
No one. Not no one. Just no one from before.
That is both a blessing and a curse. A double-edged sword.
Yeah.
For yes, it is truly a pain that only you will understand. However, it is only a pain that you, and you alone, will ever have to understand. No one else will suffer that way. And I wish I could have spared
Sounds
you
like
this.
painful. Not all bad, though.
It never is. Not truly. There's always joy to be found in everything. Life and death are a cycle.
Yes. Can't have one without the other.
All life must end in death, and all death paves way for life. As cruel and seemingly unfair as it may be, you truly cannot have one without the other.
It's true. Did you know I was in Serenity?
No, not when we buried it. Not until later. But at that point, it had already been done.
When did you know?
Lotier told me after the city had been buried. He wanted to go down and get you.
He knew I was there?
Yes.
How did he know?
To my understanding, he was the one who rescued you from Solaz. And he had brought you there, the only remaining city that had working healing equipment. He was trying to get to me, so that I could use my power to save you. You were only supposed to be in that pod for a few hours. But by the time he found me, the Serenity had already been buried.
Now I'm here trying to prevent the war that I fought the first time.
Yes, unfortunately.
Some things never change.
No. They don't. Only this time we aren't there to step in. A decision I deeply regret.
Can't undo it.
Not without dire consequences. If we undo this, it would have the same devastating effect as if we let the interlopers destroy us. Sentient life would be destroyed. The world would be ravaged.
I understand.
There was a reason we locked the door behind us.
It's just weird.
For you, I'm sure it is. You never knew a world without us.
And now no one knows a world with you.
There are still a few who walk the mortal plane, who knew a life with us. We didn't descend immediately after the war. We established an order first. We established Saray. We set Aurelius in charge.
He's gone.
In a way, yes.
You mean
No one's ever truly gone. Forever. Just because he's moved from the mortal plane to another doesn't mean he's gone. He's just changed locations permanently.
to with you?
Yes.
That
His
doesn't
soul
help
is
me.
at rest. As is your sister's. And your mother. All the ones you held dear. I keep them safe. Your grandfather keeps them safe. Their souls are at rest. To be quite honest, they're in a better situation than you are right now.
Wasn't that nice?
I know, not much of a comfort, but also a comfort.
At least they have that. What about Dad?
The father is broken, but not beyond repair.
He acts like he's pretty beyond repair.
He's dramatic like that.
Wonder who he gets it from.
Takes after your grandfather. I'll be sending him some company soon. Once I can get my priestess to listen to me again.
What do you mean?
He's been alone for too long. I'll be sending someone to share his burden. He doesn't need to suffer alone.
Melinda.
And as soon as I can get my priestess to listen, she will relay my orders. Are you certain I can't persuade you to leave your father's service and come to mine? You're sure there's no way I can convince you to leave your father's service and come to mine? Holy.
Would you want the way I snap, though?
As a champion, yes. A righteous fury is sometimes needed to maintain order.
Then you got it.
You would give up worshipping your grandfather and father. Be honest with yourself.
I know I love them. But I think this is what the world needs.
Take time. Do not answer foolishly.
I'm not.
Take time. I will not accept an answer now.
Then when do you want your answer?
I'll make it ready, at noon when I'm ready.
Alright.
I was the only one who lost my mask. Before you go looking through the other temples to see, I can tell you I was the only one.
Okay. I was just trying to pass the time and just happened to notice. And you notice, I did go to you first.
I do appreciate that. However, you did spend the night in your grandfather's temple.
Look. Tavarian was there.
Yes, he was.
And, well, your high priestess is kind of not my favorite person.
She was not always like this. She was very sweet when I appointed her.
What do you think changed? Even if you don't have proof, I won't make a fuss of it until I know the truth.
My suspicion is that her mind may not be entirely her own.
Like an influence of some kind?
Yes. It is no secret that I am no short on enemies. The interlopers, Asmodeus. You saw what became of him, yes?
I did. Almost couldn't believe it.
To think that slime used to be lieutenant. Conniving little one. There could be any number of those who influence. My suspicion is either...
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
My suspicion is that it is either Kripa or Narakila. Or one of their posse. Be wary. Until I can appoint a new high priest or priestess. We have to assume that my temple has been compromised.
Okay.
Her allowing you
anyone-
to use the room of communion is an act of rebellion on her part against whichever is influencing her. She told you the correct ritual. She knew it would bring you to me. She's
Who can I trust then?
my champion, Isildra. Still hears my voice.
Anyone else?
The other temples, to my knowledge, though I have not checked with my kin as of late, but to my knowledge, none of them are questioning the integrity of their leaders.
So you're champion then?
She resides in Abai.
I think I've heard about her.
She often works with the royal family.
So I can trust them too.
Yes. Radan is a good man. He worships devotedly. His son, not as devotedly. Working on him. Isildra grew up with Radan. They're very close. They can all be trusted. You should go.
Yes. I'm gonna give her a hug before I go. Because I can't bring myself to walk away.
You try, and as you start to get closer to her, the closer you get to her, the larger she seems to be. This dimension is strange in its way of perspective. I love you, Hina.
I love you too. Even if I can't have that.
Go now. And with that, she almost puts her hand on top of your head and pushes you back under the water as you rocket back towards the surface and break surface. And you realize that you can actually touch the bottom of this pool now.
Can touch what?
Touch the bottom of the pool. I will never understand why Discord chooses to cut out in some places.
I mean, I don't know.
Tasha is standing there. Did you get what you needed?
Yes.
You can leave.
Thanks. I'll leave.
Okay. On the other side of town, y'all have finally made it to the Nylon district.
Woo!
Hoorah.
Azalea is specifically trying to look for signs of vendors that could possibly selling like stronger poisons that are not legal.
There's no open signage. No one's selling anything illegal openly here.
Hey guys, I'm openly selling illegal things.
Yeah, this is
More
not
so,
that
like,
kind of a
she's, like,
shady market.
No, more so she's looking to see if any of them have like how like with the thieves camp, maybe anything like indicating like
You see a
like,
couple
this is a
signs
person to
that
go to.
indicate the outcast syndicate. There's some other like criminal signs. You do see a sign for something called the Solid Fist. And the sign says it's looking for entrance. Like people to enter, not they're looking to enter. Sorry, I cannot stop yawning.
It's okay. She's gonna like go take a gander over at the one of the places that like specifically had indication for the outcast to get.
Okay.
Drago's like, put that goose down. I know you're hungry. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
You're fine. So you come over to the vendor. There's a woman just kind of leaning against the wall, sharpening her nails.
I'm trying to think. Would there be any sort of like phrase or code that they would use to like indicate if somebody's the other member, or is it just?
Yeah, they just kind of speak in thieves' cant.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm trying to think of what to say now. I don't know why my brain is now blanking that I found something that could like go towards what I want, but no. Dang it.
Can I help you?
Thinking to myself, Nira's gonna hate me for this one. I want to know if anyone can get a message to Honey.
Name?
My name's Celia. It has to do with her prodigy, though.
I'm selling her out.
What's the message?
I want to let Honey know that we were at Mukutara. She's safe. She's traveling with her father. I figured she probably wouldn't have a chance to get a message off in time.
I'll see that it gets to her.
Thank you.
She holds out her hand.
How much?
Take a guess.
She's gonna give her 2 gold.
Have a nice day.
She wants to make sure
stranger.
it gets that. Alright. With that bit done. She's going to just kind of continue, like, standing around and everything.
You see 2 people off in an alley. Drago, you would actually see this too. There's 2 people clearly exchanging something. One of these people is a little old lady.
Old Lady Ferris?
Hey, Drago, can you see what they're doing over there?
Drago turns his head. Can he see what's going on over there?
You see this little old lady hand this young man a pouch of something.
Looks like he's handing a pouch over.
Does she seem like she's in distress? A typical transaction? I'm just being very
Roll
nosy
insight.
at this point.
Drago rolls insight on a person he doesn't know.
This is just to get a general vibe. 17.
7.
7. Yeah. 7. Is Zelia rolling?
Yeah, I should probably roll myself. I was kind of curious if Drago would see anything because he was higher up. 14.
In this case, being lower is actually the better thing because they're kind of like hunched over doing this. The general vibe is this is a transaction of some sort. You watch the young man kind of open it, kind of count something inside, close it up, stick it in his pocket, hook the old lady's arm, and walk away.
Well, that was very odd.
Yeah. I don't really understand what that was, but it did seem a little odd.
Honestly speaking, I don't either. Hmm. Not particularly seeing any. I could ask about some of these vendors, but the cost of getting what I want might lead to more questions than I would like to right now, and I'm not seeing anything easily indicating. So you think that's catching your eye, Drago?
I don't know. What is there really to notice? DM.
Sorry, ask that again. I got a
I said,
text.
what is there really to like notice? Well, is there anything
Lots of sketchy
that,
people.
like anything that would incentivize us to look more closely at?
Not at the moment. It's like mid-afternoon. There, other than the occasional, what you can guess to be some sort of deal going on in an alley, there's like signs. Like, Zelia would see more than Drago would with her background.
Fair enough.
He just has a different height point of view.
Yeah, no, the height's not really helping at this point. There's nothing to see. The biggest thing is there's like advertisements for this solid fist thing. But it's all written in
I'm
Thieves'
semi-
Cant.
Semi-curious about the one business in town. Can't say I've ever heard about it. Certainly has a lot of posters about it. Well, oh, I guess you probably wouldn't be able to read them.
Oh, I can't read it.
Wanna go follow me and check it out?
I don't really have anything better to do, so why not?
I'm gonna make my way over to it.
It's a piece of paper on the wall.
And everything. But, like, does it have, like, details of
Nope.
what it is? Nope, just talking about to, like, go there.
Doesn't even say where it is. It just.
Oh, so it's one of those things. It's just. Gotta find out about it. Okay.
It's one of those if you know things. That kind of a seedy underground thing.
I'm gonna make my way to a. Because you said there were several Outcast Syndicate signs, right?
Mm-hmm. Some that are just kind of like notices, some that like mark territory, others that give warnings, and then there's like the occasional person, which you met one of them.
I'll have to see if I can find a different person because I want to. I don't know.
Okay.
See who else I can find.
You see a dwarven man that has the symbol of the Outcast Syndicate on his belt.
Hey, you.
What?
I have a question for you. Do you know what the Solid Fist is about?
Why?
Because I'm not from these parts and I'm part of the Outcast Syndicate, and I'm curious because of how much signage there is. Is this something I should be concerned about, or something I should be intrigued by?
Do I know you?
No, you don't. But I'll have coin in it for you if you tell me.
How much coin?
I'm feeling generous today. A gold piece.
Yeah.
And how much would it cost you to tell?
How much you got?
You think I'd really ever tell you that?
Maybe you're smarter than you look. You trying to sign the big one up?
Possibly. I haven't thought about it yet.
He just kind of like takes you in, Drago. This guy is like 5 foot even and looks 3 feet up at Drago.
You're biggin'. Fine gold.
Celia, what are we here for? That's kind of
She'll hand the 5 gold over.
Solid fist is a fighting ring.
Out of character, as soon as you said about what you're thinking about signing the big one up, that's what I was thinking.
Starts at sundown.
Where?
Over at the Kusai Inn. They use the back room.
And if we did want to sign him up, how does one go about that?
Say it at the door.
Noted. Thank you very much.
Boy, they got some nasty ones fighting tonight.
Nasty how?
He just kind of like looks around to make sure nobody's listening.
They're not human. Not mortal, if you catch my drift. More thing than person.
Huh. I'll keep that in mind. She'll throw in extra silver.
He just takes it, pockets it, and then turns around like he doesn't know you.
We probably should head back, check on Hina. That is, unless you're really wanting to fight.
What did you sign me up for?
I didn't actually sign you up for anything. But that's hard to get him to talk.
Oh.
I was more so curious as trying to figure out what it was. And when he asked if I was considering to sign you up, I indicated I might be. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't have done that without asking if he had wanted to, but...
I mean, it doesn't make much difference to me.
Well... Trying to think, with what time of day it is now, DM, if we head back to the Temple District, will we be able to get back to this area by sundown?
No.
No, so we would have to stay. Okay, so she will talk to him in a low voice so he can hear then, because it's one of those things we'd have to decide here, I guess. It's a fight club, but apparently the things folks will be fighting tonight will not be the best. Or I don't know. He was saying it was something not mortal.
I'm sure it's nothing I couldn't handle.
I mean, if he wanted to. There's probably betting involved, probably a prize. Don't know for sure. Could be a way to get some funds. Especially for those good meals you like.
I do like food.
So, is this something you would like to do? It does start at sundown.
I could do it. If we have the time.
That's a good question, GM. Do we have the
Sorry.
Do what? Exactly.
Are we allowed to go to the fight club at sundown?
To sign up or to watch?
Participate.
That is up to him.
I mean, you could try.
Might as well.
I'm
If you
for
leave the district, you probably won't make it back in time. Because it's mid-afternoon as is. To leave the district and come back would be several hours.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
I guess we'll get ready for the fight. See what's going on. Who knows? It may be something seedy.
Place looks pretty seedy.
Hey, who got smoke for me?
So the first thing you would have to do is you have to find this inn that it's supposedly taking place at.
Yep. So Celia's gonna be looking for signs indicating that in name, or if she needs to, asking around.
You do see a sign for the Kusai Inn.
It's supposed to be the back room at this place. Probably should be careful exactly with who we talk to, but I'm sure not everybody there that is in the know. So gonna start walking into the inn, or trying to.
You go into the front.
He indicated that it was a back room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to first look around to see if there's a back entrance.
There is a back entrance.
Because I feel like that's where she'd look first, not going through the front door.
Yes, there is a back entrance. And there is a burly human man there with a hyena at his side.
Oh, I thought he was a burly hyena man, and I was
That's
like,
what
a
No,
knoll?
no, it is a burly human man
we gotta
with
know.
a hyena at his
I was
side.
like, damn, we got knolls! Okay.
There are gnolls in the world, just not here. To which, as you already started to approach, he looks, and he kind of cocks his head at your approach, and his eyes kind of go wide.
Who is it going wide at?
Roll perception. At you, Zelia. To which he immediately opens the door and whispers to someone and then shuts the door again and kind of moves to guard it.
She just kind of raises a brow. We hear that this is where the Stone Fist happens. He was wanting to sign up.
Old fool for tonight.
How unfortunate.
Your kind ain't welcome here.
Weird that they don't like Dragonborn here.
Most don't know what your kind is, Drago.
I suppose that's fair why they wouldn't want me.
He wasn't
Wait.
referring to you, for once.
I think, though, the bigger reason they don't want me to participate is because they're scared that I'll defeat them all.
I mean, you do have a fair point. They would lose a lot of coin for that.
Yes, yes.
The man's just standing there, arms crossed.
Well, goodbye then, tiny little man. And I will pat him on the head in turn.
He like almost like drops the like trying to be intimidating just to look very confused. And then,
Celia just cackles. And everything.
oh, I spawn. You're
What?
not welcome here.
Oh, I knew
And
full
I'd
well
keep
who
a
you
very
meant.
close eye on your rear end while walking around these parts.
And why is that?
Our boss is keeping a close eye on you.
Thanks for the information. Come on, Drago, let's go.
You guys head back to the temple district?
Yep, and Zelia is going to be a little bit more on guard after that.
Keeping your earlier perception check, you are tailed the entire way out of the Nihilot district.
Is there any way for us to try to dip into like a back corner?
You could try.
Try to corner the person trailing?
Roll stealth. But I would need both of you to roll stealth. And Drago will be at disadvantage.
My main goal is to try to see if we could like pin the person, but let's see if we can do this. Come on, Drago.
Nice,
Take
nice,
it.
Drago is an 8-foot tall red dragonborn. Not exactly stealthy. Also, as you try to maneuver to try and corner this person, you realize that it's more than one person tailing you. However, the moment you step from the Nihilod district into the Coldra district, they stop. They do not follow you past the Nihilod district.
Zelia will like purposely like turn to look at them if she can see them.
You do,
That they were trailing.
yeah, you do catch sight of a couple of them. There's specifically two that you can see. One is a human man, and the other is a tiefling woman.
Is there anything that is distinct that could connect them to anything
don't
else
see
that
any-
she has seen?
You don't see any visible, not at least not large enough visible markings.
Okay.
If they're wearing any symbols, they're too small for you to see at this distance.
That's fair. It is late
Mm-hmm.
too, so that adds into that. Okay. With that, she's just gonna continue on back.
All right. So while they're walking back, Hina, did anything exciting happen to you while you were visiting the other temples? What other temples did you go to while they were exploring?
Wherever else I went, I was kind of mindless.
I'll say you ended up kind of like stuck at the Fate Keeper's temple, mostly because you wandered in and now you're trying to figure out how to get out.
God, I don't remember this place being like this.
You do see the young harpist that you had met prior when you came with Beck.
You mean, for my sake, do you mean, okay. I don't actually know if Hina knows who he is, but
He's the high priest's son.
yeah, I don't know. I'll approach him, like, really, like, pretty sheepish. Like,
He is fully clothed today.
well, that's a change of pace. Is it nighttime at this point? I can't
It
remember
is.
what we said.
It is. The sun has gone down.
Good evening.
Evening.
I wandered here lost in thought, and I can't remember how to get out.
That's fair. Temple gets very confusing to those who don't know their way around. I can show you the exit.
Thank you.
He leads you through. You do see Dai and Phi, the high priest, is currently sitting with some children and instructing them.
Adorable.
And then straight through these doors.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm usually more aware of what I'm doing.
Do you need any assistance?
Do I need assistance? Yeah, probably. Can I get assistance? I don't know.
You can always ask.
You're really sweet. But I doubt there's anyone who could help me now.
My father is right over there. He's in charge of this place, so if anyone could help, it's probably him.
He seems busy.
Hey, Dad, someone needs help.
Oh, God.
Diane just kind of and looks up.
You seem busy, though.
It's fine. How can I be of service?
That's the problem. I don't know how to ask.
Well, not to be sarcastic, but I find that words usually help.
Okay. Haha, very funny. You're the high priest, yes?
Yes.
And you and your goddess are in actual communication?
Yes?
That's good. Maybe you'd know this. I was told the gods didn't ascend right after the dawning.
Correct.
When did they go?
They ascended in, I believe it was year 10. I was just a child when it happened.
Even though he was born in year 30?
He said what he said.
Okay.
30 BD. Before dawning.
So you knew them?
New is a bit of a strong word. I was very small.
Let me put it this way then. You knew a world with them then.
Yes. I remember the ascension.
Do you remember anything that stood out about it?
I remember how sad everyone was.
I was very small when the ascension happened. And you'd have to check with the time mark of his temples for specifics.
It's okay.
They would have more accurate records than my memory. I've lived a very long time. And my brother is even older than I am. Brothers, should say.
Are they still?
Alive, yes. They live in Sildan. They run the clans there, alongside the other high elven families. I believe I have a cousin that lives in Set Radan, but
What's his name?
his name is... He changed it a few times. I have to remember which one he's using currently.
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. I actually don't know what name he's currently using. He's changed it like 3 or 4 times. He likes to marry a human or a half-elven woman, and then once they've passed on, he will change his name and start over.
He keeps adding hyphens to his name.
He carries my surname, though. Last I checked, anyway.
Must be nice to still have family.
Sorry, I just threw my phone. I saw I got a message from April and went to check it and threw my phone.
She was just like, April? Oh no! Quick, throw my phone.
I totally just dropped it. Sorry about that.
Ah, I don't want to talk to April. Ha! That's what she said. That's why she threw her phone.
Totally.
Yep.
Do you keep in touch with any of them?
My one brother, who lives in Sildan, I speak with occasionally. I mostly speak with the king of Sildan, Altair Terran. He's the same age as my brother. He also would remember a time when the gods walked this world. He came over from the Feywild in Year 0. So, he's been here probably the longest of all of us. He was witness to the dawn of time.
When he is like, no, I've been here longer.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
You'd have to ask him. I wasn't there for it. It's one of the few historical events I wasn't around for. You seem tired. You should go rest.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm not going anywhere. I will be here in the morning if you require further answers.
Thank you. And since I know how to leave, I'll leave.
All right.
you get back to the Temple of the Ice Father right around the same time that Drago and Zelia get back.
Zelia's looking completely ticked off right now.
Draco looks disappointed. Forlorn, you might say.
Forlorn. Oh, we're going fancy words.
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, fair. I
nice.
wanted to see him fight. She's like muttering under her breath. Your kind's not welcome here. Hina, how are you doing? Are you okay?
You're not the only one who's unwelcome.
Yes, they didn't
What?
want me either.
What happened?
To make a long story short, don't trust the Sky Queen's temple. And with that, I'm gonna be cryptic and walk away.
You have any idea what that's about, Drago?
I couldn't really tell you anything about the organized religion.
I mean, same, but okay. Going
I
to
find it difficult to trust people anyway, so.
fair enough. We should probably go make sure she's okay, because it doesn't seem like she is. And going to attempt to follow Hina in?
Okay.
She's not gonna stop you.
Hina, can you give us a little bit more to go off of than that? What happened to make you say that so adamantly? You of all people.
I didn't say the Sky Queen's not to be trusted. I said the Sky Queen's temple is not to be trusted. And I heard that from my own grandmother's mouth.
You spoke to her? Well, that's concerning. Not that you spoke to her, that she said that.
I spoke to her in exchange for my silence.
In exchange for silence, what do you mean?
The information I have about, my upbringing, my whole life before a couple months ago, is too dangerous to share.
If
So
only they knew how many
basically-
people.
Basically, up until recently, my whole life is a lie.
It's a
Well, we
lie,
know that
or
it's
you
not.
just can't talk about it.
No, but if someone asks me, I have to lie.
What?
So if
what
we asked you,
You already know.
So what if we told other people?
You're not bound.
it's a good thing that we're traveling with you then. You can speak through us. We're not going to let you be silent.
But she said that something has control of the mind of her high priestess. She thinks, anyway. She knows for a fact she's being distant and ignoring her directions. It's why my father's still alone.
Huh. I guess that's just another thing for us to keep in mind then.
Yes. And I really wish I could have gotten that information out to everyone before we went our separate ways.
We do have the sending stone. I could tell them and they can try to relate to others. I just have to figure out how short to make it.
Maybe hold off.
Okay.
It's gonna require more than 25 words of explanation.
I mean, yes, but when you think about it, I could use a sending stone to talk to them, and then if they have more questions, couldn't Celebrate in theory then use sending?
He could, but she also made it seem like it was that temple specifically, considering it was the main temple.
Hmm.
It's hard to say.
That's a good thing we know.
It's the High Priestess, though.
Yeah, that really is concerning. I mean, I've never been a fan of all of this. So she just kind of gestures to the temple around them.
I understand.
But, I mean, the High Priestess of the main one, like, that's extremely concerning.
Yeah. When we spoke, she almost seemed, I don't know, kind of reminded me of a snake. Serpent of some kind.
Oh, I know plenty of those.
Ready to strike at any moment just because I knew my grandmother had a mask.
For something like that?
No one
Odd.
nowadays knows she has a mask.
I mean, I never really paid that close attention to the statues anyways, but...
Oddly enough, she lost her mask the day I seemingly lost my life.
Oh.
That day that led me here. A burden no one could ever understand.
You are not a burden.
No, I'm not saying I'm a burden. From,
Oh, that you have a burden.
yes.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. I
My
appreciate
mind's a little distracted by other things right now.
Understandable.
Um... Hmm.
What'd you find?
Well, I'm attempting to send off a message to Honey, and everything, Nita's mentor, within the syndicate to let her know that she's okay, in case Nira forgot to tell her. I don't personally know Honey, but I figured it would be a good gesture. And also that letting her know that she's traveling with her father. Besides that, we just kind of looked around. There's and she's gonna like kind of pause. So like, she would have been looking around before, but like now she's like looking even more broad to make sure there's like no one right around wherever they are in the temple. They are. There's a fight club. That's a in the know kind of one. It's at. It's currently happening out of a inn in the district called the Kusayin. And I'm apparently not welcome there.
You specifically?
Me specifically. The guard at the back door, because Strago here was going to sign up for the fight. I mean, I wasn't going to stop him. Figured I could probably make some coin in the process. Help his eating habits. The man went wide-eyed when he saw me. At first I thought he was looking at Drago. He was most certainly looking at me. And then he made it very clear that I wasn't welcome there. That my kind wasn't. And when we went to leave, were being trailed by several people.
That's the tough thing about shady places.
If I ever go, if I do ever enter that district again, I need to make sure I don't go alone. I'm not going to let them scare me off that easily. But I'll probably need to make sure I have at least Drago.
Should probably also wait some time. I mean, we're getting the incense tomorrow and then leaving.
I'm not planning on going back in immediately, don't worry. We have other things that are far too important to do. But I'm just stating that I'm, in the future, forever back in the city. I'm not letting them scare me off that easily. It does concern me what they've said, though. Something about their boss. And to basically watch my back if I'm in the district. Which is odd because I've never been in the city except for with you guys, and I've never done anything to anyone in the city that I'm aware of.
Unless it's connected to something bigger than just the city.
I mean, there's other syndicate members in the area, so I couldn't imagine that it's just because I'm part of the syndicate. There were several that were roaming about.
I don't know then.
It's like I can't imagine it has to do with any of my jobs that I've done, but who knows? The good thing is that they just didn't follow us into the outside of the district. So,
But the danger's only limited to there. Keep it that way.
indeed. When we do go to leave the city, though, we should probably keep a close eye to make sure we're not being tracked, just in case. It's not a type that we really want following us.
Yeah.
It seems like we've all had a long day, though.
I would certainly agree with you.
Does everyone want to go get some rest, being we have to go pick up the incense in the morning? And
Yeah,
hopefully Beck will be back by then.
this day has felt like weeks have gone by.
It's infinitely shorter than yesterday.
That's true. Yesterday was very long.
I am very sad, though, Drago, that I didn't get to see you fight.
Perhaps another time.
I do hope so.
And with that, you all settle in for the night. Yes?
Yes. Yep.
So you all settle in, ready for whatever the next day brings. And that is where we will end tonight's session.